Good evening, everyone. How are you today? We're the Stockton Kendo Dojo. We practice right here in this beautiful facility when you aren't busy eating and watching. These are some of our members. We have from very advanced to some that have been practicing for approximately 14 months, 12 months, down to 6 months. We started here in Stockton actually 14 months ago, and we are affiliated with the Oakland Kendo Dojo, which has dojos in Oakland, Alameda, Concord, and the sensei from Concord sitting out here in a blue shirt taking pictures. Espinosa Sensei, raise your hand please. There he is. Round of applause. Long time, over 30 years Kendo experience right there. Now he's taking pictures. I don't know what happened. But, so we're going to demonstrate a little bit for you, and I'll give you a brief history. Kendo started in the late 16th century, early 17th century in Japan, as kind of the warring states kind of wound down, more peace came to the regions, and the samurai needed a way to keep training without injuring each other severely or killing each other. So from Kenjutsu, the art of the sword, they started to develop a bamboo sword, but they were still hurting each other, so they started to fashion some crude armor, and it grew from there, always incorporating Bushido. In the English language, it's a really misunderstood word. Bushido, there's really no other stronger word with meaning that has affected a culture and a country throughout its history as it has in Japan. And so almost everything, even today in Japan, has roots in Bushido, whether it's daily life, going to work, going to school. All martial arts eventually incorporate all or parts of Bushido, and the way of the samurai, which all comes from the samurai down through Kendo and goes out. In Japan, Kendo is a professional sport. Here in America, unfortunately, we all have to go to work, and so nobody's paying us yet. So we're going to start off, every year we try to do something, show something new. We're going to try and show you some of the footwork. There's actually 5 types of footwork. We're going to show you 2 of them today. Okay, Ashigame, foot positioning. Could you raise your Hakama, please, Miche? So the foot positioning will allow her to move fluidly forward and back, and always be ready to attack or to counter or to defend. The feet are always placed in the same position. So first is just going to be, this is going to show you a regular slow Tsugiashi. Hajime. And then as it gradually progresses, it turns into something more along the lines of full speed. Hajime. Then the other one we want to show you is, that goes along with that, is when she's striking, she'll be using this same footwork, only to hit combinations. The first combination she's going to show you is a Nidan Waza. She'll be using that footwork, and she'll do Kote Men. So right now, let's watch the footwork. We'll incorporate this into the demonstration as we go. Hajime. You notice the right and the left foot are constantly moving in conjunction with each other. If the left foot is left behind, you become defenseless because you cannot move forward. Now this will be a Sandan Waza. 3 steps, 3 strikes. Hajime. So from there we're going to go to Hiraki Yashi, Migi, Hidari, left, right, angle. this is gonna, we work on this drill. This will help you move to your left and to your right to counter or to do other types of waza. That's good? Thank you, Chen. So this is only 2 types of the 5. We don't have time to go into all of them, but we're going to incorporate these throughout, so hopefully you kind of look for them. We've never really shown this in a demonstration here before, but it's important because when we have beginners in the dojo, we start from the very basics of footwork. And one of the unique things about the Oakland Dojo is that it's important for the beginners. They start right off the bat. Some dojos don't do it, some do. Everybody's a little different. So now we're going to go into some striking of basic points. Mark's going to be hitting 2 mins. That's good? Now Mark is going to do kirikaishi. That's good? Notice in this warm-up drill, he's using the umiyashi, he's sliding his footwork. With tsudiyashi, he's using the same footwork that she showed you in the beginning. Mark has been practicing so we can kind of get an idea of the progression. Mark has been practicing about 10, 11 months. Now Al is going to come out and show you 2 men. Al's been about 6 to 7 months, so there'll be a little bit of difference. That's good? So one of the noticeable differences is the intensity of the strike. In the beginning stages, students are worried about striking. They have so much on their mind, they're not letting their body flow fluidly. Malcolm's going to show us Nidan Waza, Kote Men. That's me?
Welcome, Mom.
And again, Malcolm, about 11 months right in there. So a little difference. Now Al's going to come out and show us, again, Kote Men. Again, you'll look for the difference. The footwork is still the same. Their goal is the same, but you'll see the difference as the progression goes over time. Watch it. Thank you. Now Mark's going to come out and finish this segment with full speed kirikaishi for his level. We begin and end each practice and sometimes segments of practice with kirikaishi. Hajime? Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Sankyo. Someto. Now we're going to have a little more advanced level so you can see where it goes. And We're a little constricted in this space up here. We're going to do our best. We have Vinay, who's a past U.S. champion in junior women's division, and Miche, who's a Sandan, who was a two-time, been on the all-U.S. world team, women's team 2 times, and is going out again for the U.S. World Championships, that are going to be held in 2015 in Tokyo. So this will be a little bit more live portion of what you just saw. So first, Vinay is going to start with a full-speed kirikaishi. That's it. Malcolm, leave your men on, please. So now Vinay is going to strike 2 men, just as we did before. That's it. Notice the strikes are smaller, shorter, quicker. They strike with the bottom side of the shinai, which represents the cutting edge of the katana. When the shimpan are judging, they're looking for which portion is cutting. The angle of the blade that cuts that's important is called the hatsuji. So if you go over to the Sacramento Japanese Sword Club and you look at the swords that they have on display, you'll actually see that edge of the sword. Now if that edge is not used properly with the proper technique, the sword will not be effective, or you may break the sword. Okay? So that's why the way, the technique that they strike is very important in obtaining the points. Maybe take a step back towards me, please. Miche is going to show us now the Nidan Waza, Kote Men. Hajime! And then now, as she did on the footwork portion, she's going to show you the Sandan Waza. So watch the footwork, and she's going to be making 3 complete strikes. Hajime. And now, the more advanced technique, also in Kendo, one of the strikes that we use in the higher levels is a strike to the throat. It's a valid point. That's why, you turn face me please. That's why you see this throat protector right here. So Miche is going to demonstrate ski on Vinay. That's right. So those are valid strikes. You have to reach the level of first degree black belt or shogun. And you notice we don't wear belts in Kendo. In Kendo, our peers and our senseis, our instructor, everyone can tell your rank just by your Kendo, the way you carry yourself, both on the court, off the court, in the dojo, out of the dojo. It's evident. You look at the person, you know that that person is of a certain rank, close to it. Now we're going to see a demonstration of Kakari Geko, continuous striking practice. This is something we do for conditioning and also to build up quickness and speed. Something similar to a boxer on a speed bag, if you will. That's right. Kirikaishi, hajime!
Good thing they have a helmet.
Thank you. Sankyo? So now you kind of see the different levels. And so to finish up, one of the things I like to do is, Malcolm, can you come up, please? So Malcolm didn't know we were going to do this because I always do it as a surprise, and we try to pick somebody. Congratulations, Malcolm, you won the prize. You check? So here's the deal, Malcolm. Did anybody see the demonstration last year? Is there anybody here last year that saw this demonstration? You did? Okay, one person. So that's good. Okay, so Malcolm, this is the goal. Okay, we're going to keiko, but all you have to do is protect yourself. Just don't get hit. Okay, don't attack. Just defend yourself. Don't worry about having to attack. Okay, I just want you to defend yourself. Okay, but. Benjamin. All you have to do is not get hit. Okay? Okay. So let's try it again. Okay? Sankyo, can we get a round of applause for Malcolm? He's a good sport. He didn't know we were going to put him through this. Thank you, Malcolm. So, in the end, Kendo is one of those things that people look at and they think, wow, that seems easy. So when somebody who's been doing it for almost a year, you see him moving, maybe it doesn't stand out. The differences don't stand out. Then somebody who's been doing it for 12, 13 years has much more experience. When they face each other, then all of a sudden we see a giant difference in the two. So it takes time, it takes patience, it takes discipline. And again, we're located here at the Stockton Buddhist Temple. We practice on Tuesdays and Thursday nights from 7 to 8:30, sometimes a little later. You can look us up online. We have a website, Stockton Kendo. We're on Facebook. You can email us at stocktonkendo@yahoo. And also, if you'd like, you can go to the Oakland Dojo website, and you can look on there and see the whole history, and there's links there talking about the addresses, not only about Stockton, but the Concord Dojo. We also have practices in Alameda on Saturday mornings. Concord's on Sunday. Oakland is Wednesday and Friday. We're Tuesday and Thursday, and we have a sister dojo, separate but sister dojo, because we have the same founders in Berkeley, which practices on Monday. So the only dojo that can actually practice 7 days a week if you have that much energy is Oakland. Between Oakland and Berkeley, that can be accomplished. So if you have any interest, please, we're going to be working in the tempura booth, cooking tempura, and you can check with one of us. Like I said, go online to the website or Facebook or email us, and we'll be happy to get back to you right away. Or just show up for practice. That's all you have to do. Thank you very much.